A big new Pokemon leak has popped up, and let's talk about the release schedule for the next fighter in Smash Ultimate. Let's do it!
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Well, today is a little two-in-one deal for you guys. I'll be talking about the future of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC. Yes, what's going to be ahead in terms of characters. I mean, we have 4 still left to go. There's a lot of speculation on who the final 4 will be, and of course, after that, we don't really know if there is going to be another Fighter's Pass. So these could definitely be the final characters that we receive for this game. And this game is a very special type of Smash Bros. Game, right? Something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate will never happen again. That is pretty much already set in stone, with Sakurai having gone out and already said it, right? This is the biggest crossover in gaming ever, and nothing is probably going to even top that. You know, not even a game in the same series. Doesn't look like Super Smash Bros. As a whole will even come close to being able to get all these characters into one game. So what's going to be happening going forward is, yes, those 4 characters will probably get announced soon, and then we will play them. The game will release, and then in the horizon, there is a new Smash Bros. Game for maybe a new console, and that will undoubtedly change the game quite a bit. You know, maybe a different focus, maybe a different type of game, or just maybe a smaller roster, but just brand new assets, brand new everything. So that's ahead, the 4 characters. And then today we also get to talk a little bit about a Pokemon leak that has happened today. So yes, 2020 has actually been a pretty crazy year for Nintendo in terms of speculation, rumors, and then actual leaks coming out. Yes, it has happened time and time again, but right now it has also happened with some past stuff that I really want to talk about, because the Pokemon franchise is also something that you guys are very enthusiastic about. So I really wanted to dive into all of this, and of course I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube content? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. So before we talk about Smash Ultimate and the 4 characters that are ahead, let's talk a little bit about new Pokemon games. Yes, this was actually first reported by comicbook.com, the gaming section, and originally posted by Tyler Fisher. So it states, new Nintendo leak reveals unreleased Pokemon games. 2020 has been a very, very leaky year for Nintendo, and the leaks have continued, with a brand new leak making the rounds today, revealing not 1, but actually 2 unreleased Pokemon games that Game Freak was originally planned to release after Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, or in other words, before Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Unfortunately, the leaks themselves aren't very revelatory, but they do reveal the original plan was to make another 2 games set within the Kalos region after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. The leak comes way of a full Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon repository surfacing online. The files within are obviously dated, but the source code all but confirms that Game Freak wasn't done with the Kalos region, as there are 2 unused, reserved spots. Well, you can check out the evidence courtesy of Centro Pokemon. And yes, it actually has a bunch of spots, with 2 being left open. Of course, like every leak, this one should be taken with a grain of salt. While data mining leaks are, well, actually typically quite reliable, they can also be misleading. Further, who knows whether or not these mystery games ever began development. Unfortunately, while the leak reveals Game Freak was cooking something up with the Kalos region, it doesn't reveal what it was cooking up, or whether or not, if any, of it was close to materializing into an actual product, into an actual game. At the moment of publishing, neither Nintendo nor Game Freak have commented on this latest leak or the speculation surrounding it, and it's unlikely either will, as both have a pretty strict no comment policy when it comes to discussing leaks. However, if either party does provide a comment, we will be sure to update the story with whatever is shared. Okay, the Pokemon leak that has happened actually shows the repository, which is just material, right? It is different games, it is different systems, it shows Sun and Moon, and then it definitely has 2 reserved spots open. So it actually looks like Nintendo wanted to invest a little bit more into those specific games. Now, what could be happening with, of course, Pokemon Sword and Shield after that DLC? Will it be just moving on to something brand new and just waiting until the console cycle is finished, new console, new Pokemon game? Or are we actually finally going to be getting that big open world online Pokemon game that is, a little bit more Breath of the Wild and a little less Pokemon for the Game Boy, right? So I'm really curious to see what that transforms into. And now to discuss a little bit about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Fighter Pass Volume 2, yes, one of the things that I thought was really interesting about the way that they revealed these 2 characters so far was first, of course, they gave us the information that, yes, a character from ARMS was coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and that's all we knew. A little bit later, we actually found out through the trailer that this character is Min Min. However, that was the first time that was ever done, reveal the character of the series of this character before the actual fighter itself. But now, with Steve, they essentially did something very similar, saying a new fighter will be announced tomorrow. And that's exactly what they did. So what's going to happen going forward with, of course, Steve dropping at around the end of this year is it is very likely that we will not be getting another fighter released before the end of 2020, which of course is quite a bit of a sad affair. But I do actually believe that there will be a character at least announced at the end of this year. Somewhere around New Year's maybe, or the holiday times, I feel like it would be safe for them to actually announce a character coming to Smash, or maybe even, just a general announcement that we don't even know who the character is. Of course, Nintendo's recent strategy is not these Nintendo Directs that they've been having, for the past years, but actually just shadow dropping things on social media. So what I could see happening here is that first reveal for the Final 4 will actually happen in December, and then the rest of the 3 characters will actually be maybe somewhere in February, the character will be released, and then maybe somewhere around, May, the other character will be released, and then we have August for another, and then December of next year for the final character. That, to me, feels very realistic, and it's also really realistic not to expect another character essentially this year. I don't think that will happen due to everything going on in the world, but also we just got Steve, and that is such a huge deal. Now, as for who those final 4 characters are, we've of course speculated quite a bit, and the main question to answer is, will it be third party or will it be first party, or a mix of both? Well, I really want you guys' input on that. Let me know in the comments down below. If you actually comment down below, that could be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, well, what do you think is going to happen with those final 4? Who's going to be revealed and when? As for previous comment question winner, our answer comes to us from our user, Knight of Archronia, saying, I've learned to take these hints and leaks with a grain of salt, but if this is indeed legit, I'm personally hoping for Crash Bandicoot. Part of it is bias since I've played the N. Sane trilogy and it's about time, but a big part of my decision is that I'm worried that if Chrono gets in, then Geno won't. So, Knight of Archronia, thank you so much for sending in your comment. I actually agree that it would be really cool to see Crash, especially with all those new games, and of course Crash really resurfacing and rebranding himself a couple of times. It is awesome. Now, in terms of Chrono, of course Chrono Trigger is incredible, so I hope for you that happens as well. I think that it would be really cool for that franchise especially. So of course, thank you so much for sending in all your comments. These are always a ton of fun to do. And a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats you guys send during live streams. You guys are awesome. So if you want to have yourself created in blocked content style, or join me for a live Skype discussion, or even have your own ideas become animations, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There is a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, please hit subscribe now. Smash that like button and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya!